UK police are expecting more participants at an already scheduled active aggressor training.
Yeah, that training is scheduled for Thursday. WKYT Samantha Valentino talked with UK's police chief about the importance of the training.
Well, the number one thing that we want people to understand is if something doesn't sound right or seem right, it probably is not right. So we want you to take action.
UK Police Chief Joe Monroe says during an active aggressor situation, you should take action to keep yourself safe, then call police.
At first 2 or 3 minutes before police get there, you're responsible for your safety, and you've got to be the one that is taking some type of maneuver or action to protect yourself.
And UK police are working to educate the campus community on those actions through their active aggressor training.
Where it's evacuating and getting out of the area, which is what we call the run piece, or hiding, securing yourself and locking yourself in your office, or getting away from windows and doors, those type of things. Or do you fight back? Do you have an opportunity to fight back?
In addition to this active aggressor training, Chief Monroe says UKPD can also provide more specific training for different workplaces.
When we go to your workplace and walk through it to see what your environment is like, then we can kind of modify that training to your workplace and kind of point out different things and places that you could go to secure yourself.
Chief Monroe says they've received several requests for this workplace training following the mass shooting in Louisville.
The thing is, most people don't think about it until after something happens that hits home. And in the Louisville shooting, that really, I think, brought it back to the forefront with everybody making sure they need to be prepared.
In Lexington, Samantha Valentino, WKYT.
UK Police is asking anyone planning to attend this training to RSVP in advance. You can find that link in this story on WKYT.com.